Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, this is our very first, well, not really our first mindset session, actually. We've actually had one before. So this would really be our second one. I guess this will be the official one under the heading of Mindset Mastery. Just something that we said we would start every Sunday because we want to have persons thinking, just kind of getting their mind right and having it in the right frame of mind for doing business. And also, there's a lot of persons out there who need to understand, that in doing this kind of business, it's 90% emotion and 10% logistics, all right? So a couple things I'm going to try to cover. Like I said, not sure if I'm going to get through all of them. I don't want it to be a very, very long call. Feel free to interact, by the way, all right? So if there's anything that, as I'm saying anything, if it kind of jumps out at you, you want to ask a question, you want to discuss it, feel free to do that, all right? Because this is a learning process right here. So how to control your thoughts, change your mindset, and unlock your full potential. There's a number of different ways, a number of different things that has benefited me over the last couple of years that I've been in this industry, and I can tell you this for a fact. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be a big builder. Everybody wants to, get lifestyle and all of that. I'll tell you this right now. It takes a special kind of mindset and mentality to pull this off. You cannot be a weak-minded person in this industry if you want to be successful. You guys got me with that? You can't be. It just does not work. You can only get lucky for so long. But there's certain things, certain principles that you have to have in place, and you have to understand and accept if you're doing this kind of business. So one of the first things that I want to touch on, guys, and if you're taking notes, that's great. That's fantastic. All right. But like I said, it is recorded. So one of the first things that I want to encourage folks to do is one, focus on what you can control. I find that too much times you got people who focus on external things that they have no control over. And you spend so much time focusing on these things that literally and truly have no impact, right? Or I should say you have no impact on their outcomes. And if you can't control something, if you can't cause the ending of it or the results of it to be any different, stop focusing on it. One of the things I want to encourage everyone to do as you're building your business, because I'm going to tie this into what we actually are doing, right? As you're building your business, you've got to understand when it comes to dealing with people, there will just be negative people that will not be interested in what you do, no matter what you say. All right? As good as Epic is, as good as Epic may be, as much as the price is only $20 right now, you got to understand that that does not even really matter. The reality is that there's just going to be some people who are not interested in this kind of business. All right? Period. You can try to sell it to them till you turn blue. This is just not the thing for some people. I got a friend of mine that came to me with a different kind of business, but it's not even a business, a different kind of money-making scheme recently. And he was trying to go all out, trying to convince me why I should do it. And at the end of the day, I said, but bro, I'll be honest with you, it's just not my thing. I don't do that kind of business. I don't want to do that kind of business. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying it doesn't pay. I'm not saying that it's not working for some people. I am telling you, I have no interest in it. So as we go there building our businesses, we've got to accept that as well. And don't get all up in your feelings about it. Just accept that there are just some people who are not interested in what you do. Now, in terms of life overall, when you're talking about the power of your mind and unlocking the mind and having your mind in a state of peace, you've got to look at everything that you do as well. Forgive me, guys, see me rubbing my eyes, some onions, but I think the onions burning my eyes right now. But yeah, it's, in terms of everything that you do, you just understand, stop focusing on things that you have no control over. All right? Stop doing it. And if you learn to start doing that and only focusing on what you can control, or what can you control? Your own thoughts. All right? You can control your own thoughts. Don't worry about what other people may be thinking or what other people might be saying. Don't worry about other things, other entities that are in play. You have control of your own thoughts, and that's what you need to be focused on. How do you mold your thoughts in a way that allows you to achieve what you are trying to achieve? How do you practice and train your own mind, all right, your own mind, to see what you need it to see, to believe what you need it to believe? Because you have to understand the brain is just is a muscle. Just if you want to get big, you want to get buff, you work out, you exercise. And as you consistently are doing daily motions, flexing your arms every single day, eventually your arms get bigger because the muscle is being worked. Same thing with the brain. If you work your brain every single day, you're focusing on things that you want and you're thinking, because remember, doing this is building your muscles, because this is how these muscles work. How do you grow your brain? How do you flex your brain? You think, you focus, you study, all right? You try to come up with things and ideas. You keep it active. You keep those synapses firing. That's how you build your brain. That's like workout for your brain. So if you want to be able to, be more successful in whatever you do, you have to train your brain to see you being successful as default mode. You got to understand that default mode right now for humans is fear. Fear is a default mode, all right? You going somewhere and you see a dog starting to run at you, fear tells you run, right? Or you see someone pointing a gun at you, fear tells you, just be calm. Don't do anything crazy, right? So you have to understand that by nature, your body is designed to have a fear mechanism. So your biggest enemy then is yourself, because you first have to get over your own fear if you want to be able to do things that you're not accustomed to doing. Is this making sense to anybody so far? All right? Is this making sense to anyone so far? So that's one of the first things. You got to train your brain, train your mind, train yourself to believe bigger, faster. I want you to write that down, right? You need to train your mind to believe bigger, faster. So it's just pretty much compressing time frames, okay? Now, since we're talking about fear, what really is fear? F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real, all right? So sometimes we are afraid of things that we can't even see. Give an example. You join the business, or someone joins the business, or they want to join the business, but they're scared. They're fearful. What are they fearful of? What are they really fearful of? They're fearful that it's not going to work out. They're fearful that they're going to fail, right? So this fear mechanism within us, if it's too much, if that overpowers your desire to win, you're not going to be successful. All right. I always say that that you're going to start to see the kind of results you want when your belief system exceeds that of your excuses. All right. When you believe more than you have excuses, that is when you're going to start to see the results that you want. So this is why, again, we also say you are your biggest enemy. All right. You're your biggest enemy. So again, focus. I got a couple notes here in front of me as well, by the way. All right, just so that I don't forget a couple things I want to say. So yes, you focus on what you want, and focus on the things that you can control. Now, in terms of focusing on what you want, too much times, I know most of you, if not all of you, do this. I think all of us do it as humans. We talk about things that we don't want to happen. So if you're really serious about elevating your level of thinking and your belief system and your mind, one of the things you need to start doing is start talking about what you don't want to happen. Give you an example. You're doing Epic, you're building your business. People are not signing up at the speed you would like, or they're not working at the speed you would like. What do? And again, you're human, it happens. But here's what you got to train yourself out of that. Do you consistently keep talking about what your group or your team is not doing? Or do you spend more time talking about what you want them to do? Everybody got me? So it's easy to look and say, oh man, this guy ain't doing nothing. He just signed up. He ain't doing anything. Oh man, these people, they're not doing anything. Is that your consistent area of conversation? Or are you talking and just focusing on what you need them to do, what they need to do, what needs to happen? You see, because at the end of the day, we attract what we speak, what we project. That's why you guys hear me say a lot, there's power in your projections, okay? Being that there's power in your projection, you have to be very, very careful about the things that you're projecting, whether directly, indirectly, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Because everything that is happening around you, you have to understand that it's more and it's beyond a level of the physical. All right? I want you guys to say this to yourself. You don't need to say it to me. I want you to say this to yourself as you're sitting there speaking. I know I can't hear you, but I want you to say this after me. Right? I am in this world, but I am not of this world. All right? Let me say that again. I want you guys to repeat it with me. I am in this world, but I am not of this world. What do I mean by that? Guys, you've got to understand that most of what we go through, most of what we experience, most of what we think and how we think is more on a spiritual level. And I didn't say a religious level. This has nothing to do with religion whatsoever. It's on a spiritual level. You see, 90% emotion, 10% logistics. I know you guys have heard me say that before in our previous trainings, all right? 90% emotions, 10% logistics. Everything that you're doing, everything that you want to achieve is a thought that you have within your spiritual, within your psyche. You have that thought. You know where you want to go. You know where you need to get, but you have to get yourself, you have to convince yourself to the point that nothing else matters. Like you got to be sold out for your dreams. You know what I mean? You got to be sold out. You can't just kind of want it. You can't just kind of be in it. You can't just kind of be trying, right? You've got to be sold out to all. And when you start to believe on that level, you start to speak about what you want. You're going to start to attract not just the results you want. You're going to start to attract the kind of people that you need. People are always hitting me up like, you know, every single day, boom, 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 boom. Hey, I want to reach out. I got messages on my phone I've not even been able to respond to. Why? People that I don't know. Why? Because every single day, there's something that I do. And I mentioned this on our last trainer call. I do affirmations every morning. There's some mornings that I might get up and, you know, myself and my girlfriend, you know, we would do the affirmations. And there's some mornings that we don't get to do them, but she would do her own and I would still come out here and I would do mine in front of the computer. All right? But every single day, I do affirmations. Why? Because again, the brain is a muscle. And if you keep telling the brain something over and over and over and over and over consistently, eventually it starts to become real. You start to believe it. And your subconscious is extremely powerful, ladies and gentlemen. So powerful that things that you might have forgotten that you were talking about or focusing on, you start to attract and it might come later on down in life. Right? So understand that what I'm trying to get you guys to understand here is that the fear that you may feel, the fear like, what if this business doesn't work? What if I don't get a big team? What if I don't get my people to duplicate? What if I don't get all of this stuff to happen? You're focused on all these what ifs that are on the negative side, and you forget to give thanks and have gratitude for what you do have. And that is one of the things as well that will cause you to attract more blessings to yourself. All right? Having gratitude. I want you guys to start to practice doing this. Like literally just every day, just give thanks for something. Just give gratitude for something. You know, if you've not, who here has ever seen the experiment with the rice in the jars or the water where you have two jars of rice and you on one of those jars, the person is speaking all negative things onto that jar. They're just talking to it. It looks ridiculous, right? They're literally just looking at the jar and they're talking negative things to the jar. And the other jar, they have all positive things and they're speaking positive words to that jar of rice. And after a couple of weeks, the guy was speaking negative things too, and bad things and hateful things. The rice literally turned black, moldy, mildew, rotten. The jar of rice that he was just speaking positive things to was still almost fresh. This is not a joke. I will look for the video and I will post it for you guys if you don't believe me. Then another one that they did with water. water molecules, and they did the same thing to the water molecules, and the molecule that was having a negative word spoken to it. All right? Like literally a jar, you're just talking to it. It looks ridiculous. But the negative things, the water molecule, it was just distorted and didn't look beautiful at all. The other one, they were speaking positive things to. It was beautiful and all the nice shapes and everything in it. What am I trying to tell you guys here? Do not underestimate the power of your words. People just think that this is just a crazy talk, right? I am telling you, words have physical effect on the things around you and on your spirit. We are spiritual beings. So the things that you speak and the things that you entertain from other persons literally and physically affect you. Think about this for a second. They say that stress kills. Is stress a physical ailment? No, it's not. If someone that is very close to you dies, what happens? You immediately get a headache. Your stomach starts to hurt. You may even puke. You might even pass out. Why? Because it's all psychological, guys. Just the words that were spoken to you had so much power that it caused all of those physical things to happen. So what I'm trying to get you to understand here, that there's so much power that a lot of folks don't understand how to tap into it. The things that you speak, there is power in it. So be very cautious as to what you say, as to what you say you want, and be specific about what you want. And you start to do that, you're going to start to attract to yourself people and opportunities that you were not even expecting. All right? Take it seriously. Mark my words. Take it seriously. Let's move on. All right? Time is moving so fast. Oh my gosh. But this is good stuff. Let's talk about your standards. Guys, you've got to raise your standards. I highlighted a few things here. So your standards in life are based on who you believe you are as a person and what you are capable of achieving. Notice the first part. Notice what I highlighted. Your standards in life are based on what? On who you believe you are as a person. And what you believe you are capable of achieving. So again, it comes back to your level of what? Belief. Everybody type belief in the chat real quick, right? Type belief, guys. It all has to do with your level of belief, which is why we say, you know, everybody says seeing is believing. Seeing is not believing, y'all. Believing is seeing, all right? You got to flip it. See, when you believe it and you start to get that mindset. See, there's eyesight, which is based on what you see in the physical. Then there's mindsight, which is being able to interpret psychologically what you see in a way that makes sense. So there's eyesight and there's mindsight. Believing is seeing versus seeing being believing. If you don't believe that you can achieve what you want, then you won't. You got to understand that whether you say you can, whether you believe you can or you can't, either way you are right. Does everybody get that? Whether you believe that you can or you can't, either way you are correct. Whatever you feed your mind is what you're going to exhibit as well. I remember back in school, there was something in information technology called GIGO or GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage into the programming code, you get garbage out. So what you put into your brain is, in terms of your belief system, is exactly how is going to affect how you speak, it's going to affect how you talk, how you walk, how you approach, it's going to affect your posture. And I don't mean how you sit up or stand up. I mean how you carry yourself. All of that has to do with your level of belief. All right? Keep that in mind. Your current lifestyle is a direct reflection of these standards. Most of what you've created subconsciously, and some of which you may be holding back from stepping, which may be holding you back from stepping into your own power. You've got more power than you even understand, guys. But because of your limiting beliefs, you've not been able to unlock it and tap into it. It takes a special kind of personality to do what we do in this industry, because you're dealing with different personalities, different emotions, different vibrations. And you have to understand that once you're moving into different levels of vibrations, certain vibration causes certain types of reactions. All right? If you take a number of beads and you put them on a table and you play a musical instrument at the right vibration, they will literally create certain patterns. You would have to see it to believe it. It creates patterns. And if you change the vibration, the frequency, the patterns change. So much so that scientists have now realized that they can cure you, literally cure you by sound. Just by playing the right sound at the right vibration, all right? They can literally cause certain cells, cancer cells, to die. Imagine how crazy that is. They're killing cancer cells by sound, playing it at the right frequency. So understand, guys, this is why it's so important. You have to protect your energy at all times. You've got to protect your energy, and you've got to protect the level of vibration you're on. This is why you cannot spend time dealing and talking with negative people. This is why when you're doing your business and people tell you, there's a scam, there's a scheme, not gonna work, don't let it come and affect your energy. Say it's okay, it's all right. If it's not your thing, fine, move on. This is why you need to start going back to dead people that you want to do the business, but these people, all they're doing is coming with complaints, frustrations, baggage, just whining. Cut those people off. Yes, you want to build a team, you want to get everybody signed up, but you have to watch who you're bringing into your space, y'all. You got to watch who you're bringing into your business, because some of these people you're bringing into your business they're gonna disrupt your energy. They're gonna disrupt your energy. They're gonna mess your frequency up. I'm telling you, and you don't even know it. You don't even understand it, but you wonder why is it that you're never seeing success. You got too much negative people in your circle. You guys get me? You got too much negative people in your circle. So what is the action for this? You want to look at specific areas in your life. Ask yourself, what is it that you need to change the most? All right? Listen carefully. The secret to making progress in any area is to turn all of your shoulds into what? Must. So, man, I should really do such and such. I should really call some folks today, I should really do some three ways. I should really get on the phone. I should really invite some people to this meeting. Stop saying should. Do it. Do it. The minute that you start to think about if you should do it, do it. Period. Don't think, do it. Just do it. Like Nike. Don't say you should do it. You must do it. Because if it really means that much to you, if you're really serious about the level of success that you want to attract, do it. Stop saying you should do it. You're thinking about doing it. You're considering doing it. And you know in your mind, man, I really should. No, do it. If you want to really be successful, you got to make it happen, all right? Be stronger, be better, be committed to practicing and mastering your craft. And once you have the must as your priority, you're going to find yourself shifting into alignment with the full potential of the person you were meant to be, all right? So it comes down to one question. How bad do you want it? How bad do you really want it? Like, I get people who join a business, they're like, man, yeah, I want to earn $10,000 a month. Man, if I can hit ambassador, man, I would like to hit epic. Everybody says, yeah, epic. Whoa, epic. I want to get an epic. Right? But what are you doing? Like, are your actions proving that you want to be epic? Are you trying to hit epic, but you putting in founder effort? You can't get to epic on a founder mentality. Come on. You will never get to epic on a founder mentality. All right? Here's another thing you need to do, or stop doing for that matter. Stop asking people or waiting for people to validate that you are good enough. Guys, stop seeking validation from other people. You are good enough. I want everyone right now to type in the chat, I am enough. I want you to type that in the chat right now, guys. I want you to type, I am enough. Too many times, you guys are seeking validation from other people on if you are worthy to be as successful as you want to be. I'll give you a perfect example. You're in the business. You like the business. You see the potential. You're ready to get out there and do it. Then you go talk to a couple people. And those couple people tell you, not interested, not doing this, I'm not interested in doing that, that's a scam, or whatever they say. Then you come back, oh man, Laverne, I talked to 10 people, I talked to 20 people, and they're not interested. This is for me. I think I can quit. Let me see if I can get a refund on my $20. Right? Like, so what you're saying to me is that the opinions of those people who do not have the vision that you have is worth more than your dreams. Because if you say to me at first that you want to do this, you're doing this for your kids, you're doing this for your family, you're doing this for your future generations, but then 10 people or 20 people said, I don't have the vision to see what you're seeing, then you're going to come back and say, man, these guys didn't have the vision, so I'm going to quit the business because some of my people drop out, some of my people want refunds, some of my people, are people not interested, it's not moving fast enough. So what? So what? Who cares? If they don't see it, why should that affect you and what you see as being possible for your life? Why should that affect your potential to live the life of your dreams? Because other people haven't seen what you see. This is why I told you guys on our last session, you cannot be a giraffe but expect to be seeing everything on the vision, have the vision of a turtle. You're hanging around with too much turtles, but you want to be a giraffe. You need to have giraffe vision, because the turtle can only see and have vision on the level on its level of sight. That's as high as the turtle's vision can go. You need to have a vision that is by far higher than the turtle. But if you want to be a giraffe, but you're going to be trying to pull your head down to be on turtle vision, then you got to question yourself, are you really enough? Because other people are literally, you're seeking validation from other people. If they're not interested, you're not doing it. It's kind of when someone wants to join and the first question they ask is, let me talk to a couple of friends first or a couple of people first and see what they say before I make a decision. Whenever someone says that to me, well, let me put it out to a couple of people first and see what they think before I join. So my question always is, so you're saying that your decision to change your life is dependent on if they have vision? You guys understand what I'm saying? So stop seeking validation from other people, guys. You are enough. Very quickly, next point. Your attitude determines your direction. Your attitude determines your direction. One of the other ways that you can say it is your gratitude and your attitude will determine your altitude in life. You got that? Remember earlier I spoke about being grateful for what you do have. So your gratitude, but along with that, you must have the right attitude. And if you have the right gratitude and the attitude, that will determine your altitude in life. And you'll be able to achieve more than you can imagine. But you have to have the right mindset, that abundance mindset, in order to elevate yourself. All right? You have to have the right mindset. That's why I said, guys, this is not for everybody. This is not for everyone. Everyone is not prepared for this because the mind ain't right yet. All right? The mind is not right. So what are we talking about so far? You've got to build yourself, connect with other people, overcome your fears, face them, be willing to get uncomfortable temporarily to be comfortable permanently. And that's another one as well. All right? A lot of, you got to understand, guys, as we're going into this brand new week, today is Sunday, all right? As we're going into this brand new week, you have to understand that you're going to go there, you're going to talk to people, and you're going to get shut down by some people. That's all right. You might be saying to yourself, this is not your kind of thing. You're not ready for this. You don't like dealing with people. Because you know why? The only reason you say that is because that you are scared that they're going to tell you no. That's the only reason that you're not into this kind of thing. Because you're afraid of people rejecting you. But you say you're a Christian. They got folks who say they're Christian, but they're afraid of rejection. But wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be following in Jesus' example? Was it Jesus rejected over and over and over and over, beaten, punished, whipped, lashed, spit on, right? So you professing to be all Christian, you professing to be a follower of Christ, but you ain't following one damn thing. You're doing everything completely opposite to what Christ was doing. He went through persecution after persecution after persecution because he had a vision, he had a goal, he had a mandate, and he meant that no matter what, it was going to be done. But you saying that you Christian, but you get discouraged the minute that somebody says, oh, I'm not interested. Your feelings get hurt. Your feelings get hurt. You're sensitive, so you can't do the business no more. Oh, I'm gonna hurt some feelings today. I'm gonna hurt some feelings today. All right? But if you guys agree with what I'm saying so far, if you think this is fact, somebody drop word facts right now. Type facts in the chat right now if you think this is fact. All right? It don't matter what religion you are. I'm dropping it serious. All right? You can't profess to be all faithful. You can't profess to have to be under the blood of Christ and doing and following Jesus and all this stuff. You can't profess to be doing all of that. But then you get a little tiny bit of persecution. Somebody says, no, I'm not interested. And all of a sudden you discourage. You feel bad. Your feelings hurt. You want to stop. You want to quit. How does that work? All right? You understand, man, hey, look, I'm just speaking as it comes, right? I just speak the truth, man. I just speak the truth. You guys got to hear it. All right? You guys got to hear it. So your attitude and your gratitude is going to determine your altitude, how far you go, and how fast you go. So again, I tell you guys this, believe bigger, faster. All right? Believe bigger, faster. Let's go on. Now, action is going to be the foundational key to all your success. All right? This is by Pablo Picasso. Action. One of the things that you have got to do is make sure you take action. Knowledge on ice, and you can write this down, guys. You write this down. Knowledge on ice is worse than ignorance on fire. All right? Everybody write that down. Write that down. Knowledge on ice is worse than ignorance on fire. What do I mean? It is better to try and fail than it is to never try at all. You see, when you try and you fail, at least you learn a lesson, or you should learn a lesson. You're always looking for the lesson in everything that you do. So you try. It didn't work out. Boo-hoo. Try again. Oh, it didn't work out again. Boo-hoo. Try again. Try and try and try again until you first succeed. All right? The key is action. I can give you guys all of this sauce right now, all of this motivation and inspiration and all these nuggets. But at the end of the day, you have got to take action. All right? You've got to take action. We believe that what knowledge is what? What did everybody say? Knowledge is power, right? But is that really true? If you get all of this information right now and you take it, you love it, it sounds good, and then you just go back to doing the same thing you've been doing all along, what is powerful about that? Knowledge is not power. I dare say knowledge, or sorry, the application of knowledge is power. You see, when you apply the knowledge, that is where the power comes into play. Knowledge in itself is not power. Knowledge on ice is cold, it's dead, nothing is happening. Knowledge on ice is worse than ignorance on fire. Ignorant in the sense of, at least you're trying. You might be doing it wrong, but you're trying to get it done. You're trying. All right? So despite all of this, guys, you have to take action. Take action. Put things in place that encourage you to take action steps every single day. You want to be successful. You want to make $1 million. You want to be epic. You want to make all this big money. You want to build a big group. What are you doing every single day? All right? What are you doing every single day that allows you or puts you in a position to be epic? You see, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You can get into groups and you can show all excitement. You can agree with everything that is posted online. You can do all of that stuff, but you ain't fooling nobody except yourself. All right? Because at the end of the day, after you're doing all of that stuff and nobody can see you, the real question is, what are you doing when no one can see you? Do you have a game plan? Are you talking to people every day? Do you do three-way calls every day? Are you on the sessions daily? Are you inviting people to the presentations, the opportunity calls daily? Are you inviting people to are you getting on the training calls daily? Are you doing the things that really, truly merit the success that you claim that you want to have? When no one is looking, are you truly doing these things? If you had to build a business full of you, would it be successful? That's a question you got to think about. If you had 100 people doing all the things that you are currently doing at the rate, the speed you're doing it, do you believe that you would be at epic already? If you had 1,000, 2,000 people doing that, do you believe you would be at epic? Do you believe you would be at icon 100, 200, or 500? You see, you've got to take action. The problem is people talk too much and they act too little. Stop talking so much. I talk a lot, right? But here's the thing about me. I talk a lot, but I put in the action to back it up. There's nobody that knows me that can say he don't work. He just talks, but he doesn't put in the work. Ain't a boy that could say that. Not a boy, right? I put in the work. I put in action every single day. I was up from this morning on calls, all right? I was doing calls. I was doing follow-ups. I was doing 3-ways. I was creating content. I did a 2 p.m. session. I did a 5 p.m. session. I'm doing this 6:30 session. I'm going on a 7:30 session. We've got an 8 o'clock session that is corporate. Then I got an 8 o'clock session. Then I got an 8:30 session. And I'm probably still going to be up into the morning hours of tomorrow morning. You understand? Why? Because I'm not one who just sits back and talks about what I want to do and talks about who should be doing what. Oh man, I wish my team would do more work. No, what am I doing? I want everybody to ask themselves that question. Whenever that you look at your team and your organization and you say, I wish my team would do more, what are you doing? I wish this person would go up there and just bring in 3, 4, 5 people. Why not you go up there and bring in 3, 4, 5 people? Teach them how to do it then. You did it? Great. Teach them how to do it. All right? We talk too much and we act too little. So if you want to have success, create action steps. Create goals and break those goals down into bite-sized pieces, okay? Real quick, let's flow through this. We're going to be done before 7:30 for sure. Habits, listen carefully. Habits, excuse me, are trained responses, okay? So if you keep doing something enough, it becomes a habit, whether it's good or bad. If you keep doing something that's bad enough, it becomes a habit, and you will keep doing that. Habits are trained responses that function as the basic building blocks to reach any goal you have in life. They teach you how to be more disciplined in your actions and better structured with your time. So here's what you do. Start small and think what? Big. Start small. So you remember we spoke earlier last week about SMART goals. Be specific. Be measurable in your goals. All right? Remember we spoke about that? So start small and think big. Take one you have been and practice it for at least 21 days until you feel that your brain is on autopilot. Practice makes perfect. All right? Well, practice doesn't really make perfect because if you keep practicing the wrong thing, well, you might become really good at perfecting the wrong thing. All right? But practice what you want to visualize. Visualize the big picture of what you want to achieve, coupled with the specific steps required to get you there. So it doesn't just say, think about what you want, because people have this thing, oh, the law of attraction. Just think about what you want, you're going to attract it to yourself. That's half of it, though. That's half of it. Yes, think about what you want to attract, but you have to put the action steps in place to make it a reality. You see, there's 2 halves to a whole. There's 2 halves to a whole. You can law of attraction all you like, but if you don't put the action in place, it's not gonna come into realization. All right? You got to remember that. So visualize the big picture of what you want to achieve, coupled with the specific required steps to get you there. Doing that is a great way to engage your mind into committing to the necessary habits required to meet your end goal. So you remember earlier I spoke about you got to convince yourself first. You first have to convince yourself because it's psychological. You see what I just said? You have to engage your mind into doing what? Into committing to the necessary habits required to meet your end goal. New habits can definitely be fragile, so it's always a good idea to set up support systems around you so that your chances of success are optimized, such as planning out your goals, your targets for the next day, for the next week, for the next month, for the year end, all right? How many 3-way calls you want to do? How many people do you plan to contact tomorrow, Monday? How many 3-way calls do you plan to do for the balance of the week? How many people do you plan to connect with, period, for the balance of the week? Do you already know this? Do you already know what your goal and target is for each day of the week? If you don't, make it happen, all right? If you need, find yourself an accountability partner. Find someone that you can connect with, and they will connect with you and keep you accountable. Hey, all right, end of the day, talk to me. How much people you talk to today? How much 3 ways a day? Nope, you're slacking. Come. You gotta, no. Get an accountability partner. Get someone who will whip your ass into action. all right? Keep you on your toes if it need be. It's like going to the gym. You get a much better workout many times when you're working out with someone. They didn't motivate you. You spend less time on your phone chatting when you should be on the bench. All right? So get an accountability partner. I encourage you guys to do that. Next up, real quick. Change your limiting beliefs. All right? Change your limiting beliefs. You need to break through those limitations that you have set upon yourself so that you can start to live the lifestyle that you truly want and deserve, okay? All breakthroughs start with a change in your belief system. Guys, it keeps coming back to the same thing. Do you notice that? It's all about your level of belief. If your belief system is strong enough, is high enough, is tough enough, it doesn't matter how much people tell you no. You see that? You don't get discouraged when someone says not interested. You're like, all right, no problem. Next. I don't know if I can do that. Next. Man, I think I quit. I think I want to drop out the business. Next. Right? You gotta be like that. You next. Move on. You ain't got no time to be wallowing and doing the pity party. No, you're building a business though. You're building a business, you know. You gotta stay focused, and you gotta remember that you gotta stick with the people who stay focused as well. Otherwise, if you try to fall back, trying to mind every single person that has no belief or limited belief, it will keep you back. The best way for you to achieve massive success and encourage other people to achieve massive success is for you yourself to achieve massive success, because success leaves clues and people follow the leader. People follow the leader. So as the leader, you gotta stay focused, because the minute that you stop staying focused and you start to look all around, look behind, guess what? You're gonna lead the whole group off a cliff. All right? So somebody type right now, stay focused. Stay focused, all right? What does focus actually mean? If you take the acronym FOCUS, you want to stay firmly on course until successful, all right? Or you can even say follow one course until successful, all right? Focus, F-U-C-U-S, F-O-C-U-S, firmly on course or follow one course until successful. You got to stay focused. You got to put your blinders on, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be so sure where you want to go and know exactly where you, that ain't nothing can come and distract you. Nobody can come distract me with nothing right now. You know what I mean? Nobody can come distract me. I'm aware of what's happening. I'm like that guy in the Bible, you know, that's drinking from the river. And, you know, they had a situation where the soldiers, a lot of soldiers, their heads down, they're like this. They can't see nothing. But the smart soldier, for those of you who into the Bible, you know what I'm talking about. You know that story. But that one soldier, he was drinking the water. He was like this. Why? Because even though that he's focused on, he's making sure he gets his sustenance, he's remaining aware of what's going on around him. He's drinking his water, but he's remaining aware of what's going on. The other guy's the head right down. But here's the thing. You've got to be focused, but you got to be still aware. You guys understand that? You got to be focused, but you got to be aware. You got to have your tunnel vision, but you still have to be aware of what's going on around you. So this is what when it comes down to educating yourself about your business, to understanding your business, learning your business. There's no reason. I know I'm gonna step on some toes right now. There is no reason. You guys know me. I say what I gotta say. There is no reason why anyone should be in this business for more than 2 weeks and they don't know where to access the information, what the syllabus is, how the compensation plan works. There is no reason. There's too much information available that anyone should still be asking questions like that. What is a three-way call? What is the PS3? No, come on, we gotta do better, all right? So let's get to this. One, your emotional patterns are what control your life, and they are the underlying forces that shape you. In order to build new identity, it is imperative that you own yourself in a new way. So you have to break out of your current belief system and break into a different belief system, a bigger, better one, all right? Action step. First step is to identify where you are emotionally. You have to understand what kind of individual you are. Are you an alpha? Are you a pre-alpha? Or are you a beta? Are you a follower? Are you someone who's willing to learn and grow? Or are you the alpha that is ready to go there? You're ready to present, you're talking, you're answering questions. You got to understand where you are. I respect that. And I'll tell you this, you need to become at least a pre-alpha. Betas are just followers. Betas will not become epic. You need to become a pre-alpha or an alpha, period. Period. All right? Can everyone make that $1 million? Yes. Will everyone do it? No. Not because the opportunity isn't available to everyone. It's because everyone is not going to be willing to make the sacrifice mentally to get there. That's the reason why. All right? Now, this is where I am living in my being on a daily basis. Once you can put your words into a current state, into your current state, then you can begin to shape your new thought patterns that fuel your willingness to push through the fears that are holding you back. The fastest way to do this is by leveraging your ability to take action. Just do it. That's the fastest way to get through it. You do it. When you're going through hell, you don't stop. You keep going. You do this, and here's what starts to happen. Now, we're almost done. Good time. Create your own economy, guys. Here's the action. 1, surround yourself with people who are already experiencing success and model what they are doing and work with them. I always say success leaves clues. Therefore, you want to follow the clues, follow the action steps of people who are already successful, which is why I do calls like this. I've been doing this for 20 years and 11 years full-time. So my aim, my goal right now is to impart all of what I know onto you guys to get you to the stage where I am in terms of belief and also success. You see, the reason why we're focusing on mindset and we're going to do this every week is a lot of you guys may think, oh, I got to understand all the nitty-gritty about the compensation plan first. Oh, man, I got to understand how to trade first and make money first before I start talking to people. Error. You're wrong. That is a misconception. That is a myth. Here's the thing, right? People don't care what you make. So when you come with this thing like, I gotta make money first before I talk to people, that is a joke. Let me tell you why. If you make $1 million, it still doesn't mean that that person is gonna make $1 million. If you make $5 single dollars, it doesn't mean that that person is gonna make 5. That person could come and make $1 million. So when people come with this excuse, oh man, you know, I gotta make money first before I can go there and talk to people, nonsense. That is nonsense. You know me, I keep it real. That is nonsense. People don't care what you make because what you make has zero influence on what they will make. What you do and how you eat does not make them fat. All right? Because at the end of the day, whether that person is successful or not has nothing to do with whether you make him money or not. It doesn't. It has to do with their mindset, their belief system, their commitment level, their ability to be coachable and learn. So please stop with this nonsense talk about you got to make money first before you can talk to anybody else. That is one of the biggest excuses that I hear. All right? Surround yourself with people who are already successful because what? Success leaves clues. If you got to hire a coach, hire a coach. All right? Find a mentor. Be accountable. Take accountability. If you win, if you're successful, it's your fault. If you fail, it's your fault. Ain't nobody else's fault. It's not your sponsor's fault. It's not your upline's fault. It's not the company's fault. It is your fault. If you win, if you are successful, that is also your fault. Be accountable. Start taking accountability for your actions. Don't blame your team. Don't blame your upline or sponsor, the company you're on. Don't blame them. It is your fault. You are responsible, you and you alone. All right? And until that you get to a place where you accept that, you will never be able to take your belief system to the next level because you're going to have a scarcity mindset, a fixed mindset. All right? You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. It is your responsibility to make sure you are successful. It is your responsibility to make sure that you learn. Your sponsor's responsibility is make sure that they guide you to where you need to be guided to know where you, to see where you can learn. It's their responsibility to make sure that you understand this is where you go to do this. This is where you go to do that. This is the link you need to click on that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you're in this Facebook page. Make sure that that is your sponsor's responsibility to guide you to the information. It is your responsibility to take the information and make something of it. The good thing is we have people who can assist you in doing it. Remember that courage doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. It simply means that no matter what, you are going to do it. And that being said, guys, the last slide that I want to tell you is this, or ask you, the last question is this: how bad do you want it? Perfect timing, all right? 1 hour on the dot, all right? How bad do you want it? Ultimately, if you are saying that you want to change your life, and let me get in my zone here real quick now. This is the last slide. If you are saying you want to change your life, if you're saying you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're saying that you just need to get out of that damn job, if you're saying that you need to make more money, if you're saying you need to give your children a better future, if you're saying you just need a break, you need to get away, you need to take vacation, then stop with the excuses, stop blaming other people for you not being successful, and just do it. Whatever it takes, do it. When you want your success as bad as you want to breathe, right? You ever had your breath, you're being short of breath, and you just you understand? I feel when you need air. You need to need your success like that. Like, it needs to be that bad that you want it. Until you want it that bad, I can tell you right now, your chances of ever being epic are very slim. But if you can get to that stage, like, you know for a fact, no matter what, you ain't quitting. You ain't quitting. Who does that? You ain't giving up. You ain't getting frustrated because somebody drops out. That's a scarcity mindset. You ain't getting frustrated because people not doing much. You do more and show them how it's done. Because here's what's gonna happen. After a while, they're gonna be like, yo, like, Valerie ain't playing. Like, Valerie is serious though. Like, no matter what, she's posting every day. She's talking to people every day. She's just doing it. Listen, the right people will see it, appreciate it, and they will come. You will start to attract the right people. Don't be afraid to lose some people. Let me tell you guys this right now. There's pruning season. Somebody type pruning season in the chat right now. You got to understand that there's pruning season. In the pruning season, you have to clip. You clip certain parts of the tree. You clip off some leaves. You clip off some branches, yeah? And you do that because why? When you prune that tree, what does it do? It makes room for new growth. Yes? So you got to treat your business the same way. You got to take your business through pruning season, y'all. You got to be willing to clip some people off, let some leaves fall off, let seasons change. Some people are with you for a reason and some with you for a season. You got to let that happen, let it happen naturally. All right? But once you do the right thing, you keep watering your plant, you keep fertilizing your plant, which is your dreams, by the way. You keep nurturing it and watering it and fertilizing it and treating it and taking care of it. It is going to produce good fruit. It is going to produce good fruit. But you got to be willing to get the weeds out. You got to be willing to let some of those insects that want to come nibble at your dream and eat when it's young. You got to kill them quick. And the only way you're going to kill them quick is, one, you got to raise your belief system. You got to create the action steps that will keep you in the habit of doing what you need to do to keep you focused, all right? Don't let someone, listen carefully, don't let someone who has no sight or vision be able to cause you to lose focus. Did you get that? Don't let someone without vision cause you to lose sight of the picture, of the big picture, all right? Yes, all pun intended, like crazy. Don't let someone who has no vision cause you to lose sight of the big picture. With that being said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoy this training. All right. I really hope that you do. I hope that you did. I had fun. I really got into it. I'm glad I got through all the slides as well. All right. And if you guys are excited about your future, I'm telling you, let's go there this week. Let's share the business like crazy. Let's get people on the calls. Every call, there's multiple calls a day. Get people on the calls, share the information. Listen, we got the cookie though. We literally have $1 million business, y'all. $1 million business. Like, get excited. Share the information. Get people on the calls. Don't worry about who's wasting time. Look for the people who want this, all right? Stop trying to resurrect the dead and look for the living, all right? So that being said, guys, my name is LeVer, aka Coach Veer, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the top because the bottom is already overcrowded. Real quick, let's open up for some questions. Does anyone have any questions that they wanna ask on this call? Real quick, again, I don't want to take it much any longer, really. Do you guys have any questions, or is everybody good? If everybody's good, you get it, just type be good. Type be good if you guys are good, you got it, everything is good, fantastic. Let's apply this information. All right. Okay, be good, be good, be good. We all good. All right, guys, so that's it. So real quick, we gotta, you know, we do have a 7:30 session with Dynasty. If you guys want to plug into that, that would be good. I'll see if that link is available. And there's an 8 o'clock session tonight from the company Corporate, so by Jonathan Green. So you can probably tap into that as well. I've got an 8:30 session. If you have prospects you want to invite to the call to hear the presentation, get them on that call for 8:30 when I do a full presentation. That's going to be 30 minutes, all right? And that's my last call for the night, all right? That being said, look forward to see you guys on the inside. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.